Game is the Cardinals at the Ravens.
The Ravens had a disappointing performance last night, but I think that will motivate them. And Arizona proved last week that they're just not very good. And I think the Ravens have a big game against the Cardinals and go back to just being how good they are and win the game 31-17.
I'm liking the Cardinals on this one just simply for the fact the Ravens are on a downhill slope right now. They're not going to be doing good. They lost to the Jaguars last night. I just don't see them beating the Cardinals.
Because you're serious.
Okay.
I'm not impressed with what the Cardinals have. I think that the Ravens generally bounce back after a tough loss. So I tend to believe that the Ravens will win, though I don't want them to.
Yeah, I take the Ravens here. Next game, the Vikings at the Panthers.
For the first time in his NFL career, Cam Newton won 2 games in a row. I think that was the biggest game of his career, and win 28-24. But Christian Ponder keeps it close.
Yeah, I gotta go with Carolina on this one, just simply because of the fact Cam Newton. That's all I gotta say.
Carolina as well.
I'm gonna take the Vikings here. One defense ain't looking too good, the Panthers, and I believe AP will win all day on them. Next game is the Jaguars at Texans.
Jaguars obviously just had a huge win last week. Their defense stepped up, but I think that Houston has a better offense than Baltimore, and they had a big game last week. I think they'll come back and have another big game, but they'll be pretty close for a divisional game. I think that Houston wins 24-13 over Jacksonville.
I think Arian Foster's going to have a big game on the ground for the Texans, bring home the win. I can't see the Jaguars scoring. It's going to be a shutout.
I'm taking Houston at home.
I'm going to take Texans Hill. Last week, Penn Tate and Adrian Foster each had 100 yards rushing. I think they do the same here. Next game, the Dolphins at the Giants.
The Dolphins shot at possibly starting the season off with a win, went down the toilet again because of Tim Tebow, but the Giants had a bye week to prepare, and I think this game will be a wash, and the Giants hold stand at home 35-10, even though they didn't against the Seahawks. They will win this one, I think, unfortunately.
I say the Giants, and depending on Miami's schedule for the rest of the year, I think they might go defeated.
Well, Miami just doesn't look good. I have to go with the Giants.
Yeah, the Dolphins want to lose.
What Andrew Luck?
I guess I'll go with the Giants here. Next game is the Saints at the Rams.
Even though the Rams are at home, I don't think they can do it. The Saints just put up 62 on the Colts, and the Rams aren't much better than that. So I'm going to go with Saints, and Drew Brees is your fantasy performer of the week, throwing for another. I'm going to say he gets another 5 touchdowns, and they win 45-21 at home over the Rams and Saints.
It's the Saints, obviously. It's not looking good in the NFC. I mean, I can see them in the Packers in the playoffs. That's about it.
Yeah, Saints I think are the obvious choice.
Yeah, I'll go with the Saints here too. Next game is the Colts at the Texans, the Titans.
Yeah, the Colts won't play as bad as they did last week, but they're not going to play much better, and I say the Titans bounce back and they win this game 27-13.
I actually think the Colts will win. I think they're going to go a hard week of practice. You know, you can't just lose a game like that against the Saints. I mean, I think they'll bounce back this week. Let's get a win for them.
I think that's a good point. The Titans aren't that impressive, but the Colts just are showing nothing, no defense whatsoever. So I think you have to go Titans.
Yeah, I think the Titans here too. They benched Christian Palm.
Painter.
Yeah, he benched him for the third stringer. So I don't know what he's doing there.
Isn't that a pretty word?
Next game is the Redskins at the Bills.
The Redskins lose 3 games in a row. Buffalo had a bye week to prepare, and I think Fitzpatrick is going to have a big game as well. I think he throws for 4 touchdowns, and I say the Bills win this game 31-13 over a Redskins team that's reeling and is not that good.
Yeah, I like the Bills in this one too, only for the fact that they have Stevie Johnson and he cooks when he scores.
I like the Bills in this one also.
Yeah, the Redskins lost the top running back, Tim Hightower, for the season, and wide receiver, Santana Moss, for 7 weeks. So I'll take the Bills here. Next game is the Lions at the Broncos.
This will be the game of the week right here. In Denver, I think Tim Tebow comes out and has another big game, but it's just not enough. The Lions are going to lose 3 in a row. They're too good of a team. And I say Calvin Johnson, Megatron, gets back on track. And I say he gets 3 touchdowns this week. I say in Denver, the Lions win this game 31-24 because of Megatron.
It's my fantasy wideout.
Yeah, I like the Lions too. I'm tired of hearing all this Tebow talk. It's annoying. He came back against the defeated Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. I don't think he's an NFL quarterback.
I'm not impressed with him either. I didn't think that he showed much of anything until the very end. I think the Lions can handily beat them.
Yeah, I take the Lions here too. Next game is the Patriots at the Steelers.
Hope I'm alive after I make this pick with the man sitting next to me. But you just got to face the facts. The Steelers, historically, aren't good against the Patriots, and they're coming off a bye. I think even though
Steelers snapped their streak a few years ago when they had 21, I believe it was, games when nobody had beaten them. Who came in and beat them? And it was right around this time of year, if I'm not mistaken.
Not a few years ago. That was 7 years ago. But anyways, back to the pitch. As good as Aaron thinks like Taylor is, I think he still can't stop Wes Welker, and I think Tom Brady comes out and has a big game, and I say they don't blow them out, but they win handily over the Steelers. I say they win the game 35-24.
I think the first play, Ziggy Hood's going to sprain Tom Brady's MCL, and he's going to be out for the year.
That'd be beautiful.
And I got to take the Steelers, man. They're improving every week. You got to compare the Ben Roethlisberger to week 1 and the performance to what he did last week. They're just getting better every week.
Mike Wallace.
Coming through.
Yeah, the Patriots always play the Steelers tough. I want the Steelers to win. I'm picking the Steelers. I think that there's no way that it would be anything but a close game.
Yeah, I picked the Steelers too. All of the Patriots guys really Tom Brady and Wes Welker. And the tight ends. Next game is the Browns at the 49ers.
Cleveland's defense played really good in last week, but I think Colt McCoy comes out as a big game. But unfortunately for him, I think Frank Gore and Alex Smith do. I think Frank Gore goes for possibly over 200 yards, and at home, I think the Niners win this game 27-20 in a fairly close game.
It's going to be an interesting game. I want to see a dogfight with Frank Gore and Peyton Hillis. I want to see some smash mouth football, but I think the 49ers are going to take it at the end.
I think if it were in Cleveland, Cleveland could do it, but it's not in Cleveland, so I'm going 49ers.
Yeah. The Browns only scored 6 points against the Seahawks, and they're going against a better defense in the 49ers. So I see the 49ers winning about 17 points. Next game is Cowboys at the Eagles.
There's one and only one simple reason my Eagles win this game. They are 11-0 after the bye under Andy Reid, and that's an undeniable stat. But Dallas plays them tough every week, and every time they play, I'm not going to say they blow them out or anything. So it's going to be a very, very close game, and I say at home they win this game 24-20.
I think the Eagles will win at the end of the day, but it's going to be a close game. It's going to be all on Vic's shoulders this game, I think. It all depends.
I'll do Eric a favor. Whenever I pick the Eagles, they lose, so I'll pick the Cowboys.
What's your pick, Poncho?
I don't know. I think this game will end in a tie.
What?
This is the craziest guess.
He is so bold.
Yeah.
So Carlos can't win or lose.
Unless the Eagles come out, they're not winning. Unless they come out and play hard, they're not winning.
Yeah.
Last game is the Chargers at the Chiefs.
This is the upset of the week, people. The Chiefs and Todd Haley and his rally beard are going to keep it rolling here and keep it close at home, and they're going to win this. I'm going to say they win this game by a score of 31-24, and I think that Brandon Flowers gets a pick six on Philip Rivers.
I can't see the Chiefs' offense really putting up as many points as Philip Rivers will, because Philip Rivers had a bad game last week. He could have won the game, with the last couple seconds winding down, I think he'll bounce back, beat the Chiefs.
I agree. I'm going Chargers.
Yeah, I'll go the Chargers here. They finally got Gates back, and that will help him a whole lot.